always been an artist ever since I can remember. And over the years, my work's changed in many, many ways. And I always produce lots of layers. I like producing layers. And a lot of the work is based on different theories. I'm very interested in the Darwin theory, and also the theory around wabi-sabi, which is like a Japanese theory that looks into the beauty and imperfections. And I find with a lot of my work, because there's lots of layers and lots of different techniques going on, it allows for happy accidents, which helps for the imperfection, but also the beauty that lies beneath. And most recently, the latest pieces I've produced are inspired by female strength and my mother's strength. Yeah. I think over time, I've actually changed my work, so there's a lot more space around it now, so the work can breathe a little bit. So I tend to use a combination of printing, illustration and painting. And I think probably Robert Rauschenberg was one of my main inspirations, where they used to use a lot of printing techniques and emulsion printing. And I just started experimenting and developing. And I've not really used computers. I prefer to work quite raw, I suppose, and that way it allows for more I suppose happy accidents, and I think you can actually feel the textures and see the layering more. And then I also use a lot of symbolism within my work as well, and metaphors. And this reminds me of it's quite Dali-esque, the way that the drips have given the horse longer legs. It wasn't actually, that wasn't intentional, but I quite like the way that it looks quite dreamlike and surreal. So within this particular piece, the symbolism is very important. And as you can see here, this is actually drawn, it's my hand drawn. And the eagle represents the power and the strength towards touching the moon, so touching new goals. And the reason I've put so much emphasis on actually having the physical hand in there is because I am actually a disabled artist, and all of this work is produced with one hand. And I guess it reflects the reality of the struggle that I've had throughout the years, but you can always reach your goal. So I don't tend to use the hand as a reference in much of my work, but in this one in particular, I just felt I wanted to express it. So lots of different kind of symbolism going on, but all to do with the power of nature and strength and the struggle within life, I suppose. I also use a lot of anatomical drawings to give the raw essence of mortality and the combination between mortality and nature. When I produce my art, it's my escapism. It's my freedom to express myself in whatever way. And often the work does tend to reflect dreams, I think, and that's the surreal side of it coming out. And I love the beauty of finding, within producing layers, just finding little things that you don't always see. And what I see within the work is completely different to somebody else, what they see within the work. And I suppose I like that. I've developed a style that I think is quite, it's almost like a little signature of mine now, this particular style. And I also work on lots of different surfaces as well. So I tend to use a lot of wood. I like natural surfaces, and also different pieces of card or metal sometimes as well. And I like the rawness, I suppose, because it reflects life and the struggles that we have in life. But then the delicate side of it and the dreamlike side also reflects the end goal of where we're trying to get to. So plans for the future. I'm planning to produce larger scale pieces, experimenting with different materials, so probably more wooden based pieces, but quite statement pieces, quite large, staying within the same realm of the techniques that I use, but just exploring different surfaces, and ideally getting my work out there.